Cancer is said to have become deadlier than ever before, and the disease has brought into being entire research organizations and scholars to find a cure. One of Namibia's young PhD scholars, Johanna Munyela, had a personal experience with cancer, which redirected her life in a positive way. The young scientist's aggressive decision began in 2010 after losing a friend to leukemia. Since then, she never looked back.
For me, it struck me because I felt really helpless. I felt like this is my friend. I've been helping him a lot, and now I've just gotten to a point where I cannot help him anymore. And then also at that time when I became an intern, I had, actually the next year when I was working in a cancer ward, I had a lot of cancer patients, but every time you come, they're complaining because the cancer is progressing and there's nothing more you can do. And all I could say to them was just, you know, this is the best that we can do now. It's the best that's on the market. I hope they come up with something.
She could not wait for others to come up with a solution. Amunyela left the job she held at the time and went on a path of discovering drugs for brain and breast cancer. But financial constraints almost blocked her way.
Before I left, I went around asking for financial assistance, even a loan, anything I could, and I couldn't get. So eventually my family and I made a plan, which was we took out like one very big loan and so on that paid for it. But it's like there were scholarships and stuff, because I could find scholarships on the internet, but all of them say if you're from Namibia, you should apply via these ventures, and those just never worked out. I made a decision to, as long as I've got my tuition fees covered when I get there, I could find a job or different jobs to, you know, to get my daily costs done, because the parents, my family, my mom and my brother send me money, but I mean, comparing the dollar to the pound was quite, you know, if you don't have that kind of assistance, so it was very disheartening.
Her determination did not fail her, and she made her breakthrough in cancer research drug discovery last April.
Since then, we've been validating it, because after you, in what we call drug discovery, once you've got a target, you then need to validate it, which means you need to make sure that it's important enough to the cancer so that if you maybe kill it or if you target it, you will then be able to block cancer.
The 25-year-old Amunyela's job is to validate the drugs before the clinical trial, which typically takes 12 years.
My part, which is validating the target and then getting it targeted, would take maybe 5 to 8 years or so, but it just depends on the target. And with the change in technology, it also depends on what kind of medicine you are giving. If it's like a tablet, it might take a lot longer. That's what we call small molecule drugs. But if it's maybe genetic engineering or so, then it might take a different route. So it's not to say it's going to take precisely 12 years. It might be a bit shorter, it might be a bit longer.
She was also awarded a prize by the same university for graduating top of a MSc Clinical Pharmacology class in November 2013. The first-year PhD student expects to finish her studies in about 3 years' time. In addition to her research, Amunyela is busy working on a project to inspire young people to pursue their dreams and be a role model for others. They say fear doesn't stop death, but life, and the sky is the limit, so you too can give your life the best shot. I'm Laimi Hangun reporting for NBC News from Swakopmund.